our football team, proud of our coaches, the preparation, the improvement that we made between week 1 and week 2. We knew we had a good football team. We knew we had to play good.
All right. Coach, you want to open a statement?
Sure.
Okay.
Just really proud of our football team, proud of our coaches, the preparation, the improvement that we made between week 1 and week 2. We knew we had a good football team. We knew we had to play good in all 3 phases. Really played solid in all 3. The special teams miscues are, as you could tell, pretty easily fixable. We haven't had any snap problems in a long time. So we got to get that fixed. But just really proud. I felt like our coaches had a great game plan on both sides. We still can improve and will improve on the offensive side of the ball, especially with the running game of being balanced. But that commitment to the running game opened up a lot of play passes, and they were there. And then defensively, what more can I say? It's okay. Defensively, really impressed with the game plan, Coach White and the coaches and the players, how hard they played, and great team win. You got to be a tough son of a bee to come into this environment and win, and we all understand that, and we know this team is built that way. We've shown it through the years. That's who we are. We're going to be a tough, hard-nosed football team and win tough games, no matter what they look like. And we may win and we may lose, but by God, we're going to be tough. And we showed that tonight.
What can you say about Jordan right back?
Yeah, I mean, he's a player for us. I don't think there's any question. You know that. You've seen him play for a while. He's not only a good football player, but he brings good energy. And as I mentioned last week, a little bit, mundane, or whatever the word is I used, just a touch flat. And J-Dub's one of those guys who's a strong leader in his presence, and he has that energy that's a bit contagious.
How did you see the attitude in the team change when the offense was able to start running the ball effectively in the second half?
We weren't going to change. The defense wouldn't have changed all night, no matter what. It's not their mentality. We always have a belief and a trust, and we talked about that all week. The trust that we will make the plays and we will do what's necessary to win. And I firmly believe the defense knew that. I think the pick at the end of the first half was very big. Big play.
Mark, just 2 penalties. What can you say about your team's discipline tonight?
Yeah, I mean, just they're hard-nosed, tough guys. They play hard, and they're very coachable. They're very selfless. And, it's a credit to our coaching staff.
Mark, after what Anthony Richardson did last week, did you think you could hold him to 4 rushing yards today? How did you
I didn't really put any, statistic on it, but, we felt like we could play good defense. And I'm not sure. Seemed like they only had maybe 1 first down the whole second half, outside of maybe the one at the very end off the tip. I mean, we really had a good game plan. The guys were playing hard.
Mark, what kind of clicked for the offensive line in the second half?
With being able to be balanced like that, it gave us we were able to lean on them a bit. And I know we weren't just gutting them or anything like that, but just those yards, controlling the clock, moving the football, being able to run the ball for the tough 4, 5, 6 yards, maybe 10 here and there, that kept them more off balance. And really had the game not played out like that, we maybe had some of our play passes still there because they were committing so hard to the run game. That's what opened some of that stuff up. You do got to protect the edges on the boots and things, and you could tell, we had to get 1 or 2 of those cleaned up after the first half.
Mark, picked a pretty nice stage to break bareback Brian's record.
I'm glad it's here. I am. I'd like to be at home with my fans and family and friends and all that, but that's okay. There's time for that, and we needed this win, and I'm just appreciative of that. As I said on the field when they asked me that, just appreciative to get this opportunity. The great coaches that have been here way back, starting in 2013, the commitment from Mitch, Mark, Dr. Capilouto, the people. It's been a group effort. You can't do this and win that many games or stay in this conference that long without a lot of people doing a lot of good things and committed to what we're trying to achieve. And just really greatly appreciate all the past coaches from the dog days, early on till now, because there's been a bunch of really good people and great players. Such appreciation for the players all the way back to 2013 till now. I love each and every one of them, and it's really fun.
Mark, you said during the week you all didn't need the soft comment as motivation. Now that it's over, is there frustration that it feels like you still have to make these kind of statements to get this national respect?
I don't even want to play that. You guys, why don't somebody stand up and say something right? You know what I mean? So I don't even want to make a comment because it'll get thrown back in my face tenfold, and I don't need it. One thing, we're not a soft. I think you could all understand that. We may be a lot of things, but we're not that.
Mark, you guys have so much experience, so many games at linebacker. Where does that kind of show itself? What's the benefit of just those guys having logged so many games?
They're very steady, and they see a lot of things. So if they get them once or twice, they could get it corrected. They understand the situational football, and our young guys look to them, because they know they have a lot of snaps under their belt.
The last win down here, you had a big touchdown pass to Lynn Bowden, about 50 yards,
Yeah.
very similar to the
Yeah.
Dane Key play.
Yeah.
And he's only a freshman, too.
Yeah, you're right, and it's plays like that we need to make, because we were, struggling, and that's a good defense. And this environment, this place was rocking. They're just coming off a huge win, so, heck, I don't know. We must jump into the top 10, I guess, now, right? I'm just saying. I see other people jumping 20 spots. Why don't we?
Probably drop 3.
Yeah.
Carrington really was flying all over, especially in the second half. With Jalen going down back there, it seemed even more of a spotlight on Carrington's play.
Yeah, Carrington has been really solid. He's just a good player. Again, one of those guys that's getting more and more reps under his belt, and just playing winning football. And the play he made on the 4th down, that's a really big time play, and he's got to understand that in 4x1 when they go that way. Nothing would piss me off more if they'd have caught a slant right there. You know what I mean? Because that's football 1-on-1, and he made it. It's still not easy because those guys can run, and they don't have to run a slant. Next time they'll probably run a slant and go, because I just said that. But, he's got to be playing that
No
play.
update on Jalen. Did you hear anything? How bad it was?
It's a lower leg. It's an injury. I'm not really allowed to comment. I'll tell you whether he's out for a while or not. It doesn't look good. I really feel for Jalen. He's a heck of a young man and been playing really good football.
Mark, what did you say about Will, that as you all are trying to work through the offensive line stuff, he's getting hit and falling on and he plays just the way he wants?
Yeah, he's a tough. He's a monster, man. He's just a tough guy, and he took one right on the chin earlier and just bounced right up and didn't miss a beat, and has the confidence to hang in there and make plays. And this is a hostile environment with a really good defense, as you know. And that place is loud and gets rocking, and that guy just keeps on playing, throwing the freshmen and throwing the other guys and just making plays. And he's very, very grateful he's on our football team.
You also got a lot of tight ends involved
Yeah.
in the passing game, too. How effective can they be in this offense?
Well, they could be very effective in this offense. With how aggressive they were downhill. We had to hit some of those play passes, and we did. And probably could have come back to them a little bit more. Again, the game got a little tight there. We're getting in a good field position, and then it gets shrunk a little bit. A little bit condensed. And that's where you got to get able to grind out some yards. We were able to do it twice, and then we missed the field goal and then come back. And those were tough sledding. And at that point, you were thinking and talking, do you take a shot or not? I decided to put the ball in the middle, make them use the last timeout, kick the field goal, and you pretty much ice it. And if we did happen to miss it or whatever, they had to go the length of the field with no timeouts, score a touchdown. So.
Oh, were you surprised that you had to defend 2 4th downs there late in the game?
No, it's been his MO. Usually when he crosses the 50. So we had that. Our players were tuned in all week to defend fourth downs. It was one of my points with them in the pregame talk today, that they had to defend third and fourth.
Rick had a big third down stop at Dion.
Yeah.
Which made him go fourth and long.
Big play. Yeah, really good. I didn't even see what happened or how he created it, but I saw him in the backfield. And then put a big bear hug on him and get him down there, and then have to stop the 4th and 7. So, yeah, that was big. But with 3 timeouts, I mean, yeah, again, it's his decision, but he's been aggressive that way. So we were prepared for it.
How does a win like this help you early on, help you build momentum to keep the train rolling?
Yeah, it's a big, I've said it going in. When you're playing an SEC team on the road, it's a big game. I mean, they are. And we know how competitive it gets. And, we needed to improve. We needed to come down here and win. And, really grateful our team put it together. I had a good feeling all along. And, really played very good. Did some really good things.
Why did you have a good feeling?
I just think it's set up well for us. I knew we weren't far off in game 1. We really looked at it, and I tell you guys the truth. When I looked at it and talked to you on Monday, there was very fixable things there, and there's things we still need to improve on. And we're not a finished product at all. That's why we keep on practicing and playing. And there's areas where we need to coach better and play better, and we will. But I just felt I know our guys, and they don't flinch. And they knew they would come down here and play, and be tough, and grind it out.
Let's do 2 more.
Mark, I think Tavion had 1 catch. A year ago, if Wandell had been under that much, wouldn't have had anybody else to throw it to. How much does that kind of show and still have as a bigger passing night you all did with different guys? How many more options?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of options. You've heard me talking about it. We got to continue to get these guys to mature and play, but Dane makes tough catches. He made that today. He made one in the first game for a touchdown. And, Barry on and the whole room. I mean, and again, the guys we're not even talking about. I'm really appreciative of that room, because some of the guys that aren't getting talked about are not getting the reps. And, you see them in practice, and they had a really great week last week. So if they keep that mindset and keep on working and grinding, we're going to be a very talented unit there.
Mark, what's it going to be able to bring Youngstown in next?
Pardon me?
To be able to bring Youngstown in next week?
Yeah, it's going to be really big for Youngstown State and for my community and so many people I know, and there'll be a lot of folks from Youngstown in this week. I'm not sure Mitch is ready for that one, but so yeah, thank you. Yeah,
1 second,
yeah,
Bob.
thank you.
All right, questions for Will? Levis.
Will, how's it feel to get this win? I know this is a big game for y'all.
Yeah, it feels awesome. I mean, that was just the #1 goal, regardless of how it happened. We could have done a lot of things a lot better, but let's just celebrate a great win right now.
What was that emotion when you celebrated in the stands?
I mean, that was just my mom. I mean, she's my hero. I mean, she's going to every game this year, and just fired me up. I mean, she was telling me to come up there to go hug her, and so I love my mama, and I'm gonna go hug her when I can. So that was a lot of fun. It was really cool moment.
What changed with the running game in the second half? Did you guys make adjustments at halftime, or how did it click in the second half?
I think we saw kind of a few concepts that we were just one block away or just one shoestring shackle away where we were close to it hitting. I think we had 0 rushing yards going into the half, and I was so proud of our O-line for just kind of staying determined, trusting in their keys, and our backs were running hard, hitting their holes, making their reads correctly, and took a lot of time off the clock with the run. Got down there for field goal range a couple times, but really proud of how they performed in the second half.
What did you see on that touchdown today?
So we had a kind of street concept with a high cross and really built for 2 high, but the single high safety cut the high cross, so just one-on-one, Dane with the corner. So as soon as I saw the safety cut down, stepped up, threw it over the top. It's a ball that we haven't completed in a long time, even in practice, so pretty cool for that to happen.
When you get that call in, and after getting hit so many times, is it difficult to execute and know you be confident you can execute?
Yeah, I mean, it just comes down to trust, and sometimes the pocket's going to collapse, and you got to make sure that you can go outside and make a play happen off schedule. But it's all about feel. I think that just comes with reps. I think earlier in my career, I was one to, if I was getting pressured a couple times, it would just be like 1 second and just bail. Whereas now I feel like I can feel kind of around me, feel space, and if I have time, I know it. And that time I did, and that was the difference, to get the ball off and let Dane go make that awesome catch.
Well, you talked all summer about drowning out all the outside noise about draft and all that stuff, but a lot of people talk this week about you versus Anthony. Did that motivation at all to you? Did you ignore all that?
Not really. I mean, I think that our motivation just lies in our wanting to beat this team. We wanted to get Coach Stoops' his all-time victory win. That was a big motivating factor for us as well. But I mean, the only really thing that I took from the media this week was people calling us soft, which none of us really can take and believe in. So that's one thing that I definitely did hear about and use it as motivation, but all that other stuff, not so much.
Speaking of, well, you took a pretty good shot in the first half. Where did
Yeah.
that rank up on like hardest hit you?
I don't know. I mean, it popped up pretty. My thing was, I mean, they took the targeting away. I feel like if I was laying down and kind of riling in pain a little more, they would have kept it up. But no, it was a good shot. It was completely on me, not on the O-line. I was hot off that side. They had a good kind of simulated pressure where the backside end dropped into the area where I was thinking about throwing the ball. Didn't feel the pressure coming as fast as it was, and didn't get my hot throw off. So it's on me. If I don't want to get hit like that again, then I need to be smarter.
This is your second year in this rivalry. Could you describe what the rivalry is? It's important to the fan base. It's important to you guys too. You know, players are doing the chomps out to the fans. Just what does this rivalry mean?
It's fun. I mean, that's what college football is all about. I mean, whatever gets the fans excited, whatever gives us a little extra motivation. Just looking back to where the program was when Stoops first got here, that's a little thing we talked about after the game compared to now. I mean, beating them 2 years in a row is crazy, and that's kind of what's expected now for us. And to do it here in the Swamp, home last year and away this year, beat them the last couple times, I know how much it means to our fans, especially after just not being able to beat them for so long. So it's just really cool.
Well, after you guys get off to a little bit of a slow start, how big did the defense kind of alleviate pressure for you guys?
Yeah, they were the MVPs of the game. I think Coach White did such a great job preparing them and taking away the run and the pass, and just kind of making them just think on their toes all game and not really giving them much at all. A couple plays here and there, but that didn't affect them at all, and they came back with great concepts to counter what they were doing to them. But defense deserves all the credit in the world. They won this game for us, plain and simple. Offense, we were able to get it done when it was needed. But like I said, could have done a lot of things better. But if the defense didn't ball out the way we did, then we're not in that game.
Did the feeling in the huddle change at all when you all were able to start moving the sticks?
Yeah, when the run game started clicking, I think just confidence was the one thing that we were able to bring to the table, and just to give the O-line that confidence. I mean, they're always going to have confidence in themselves, but when we're able to kind of get the ball rolling and know that we're trusting in them and leaning on them to make plays, it's just kind of a domino effect, and that's what I felt like it was out there.
How's your golf game and what's your handicap?
I haven't played a round of golf since the season started, so
Yeah.
I'm like an
I
8.
remember at Citrus Bowl.
Yeah.
I know you
I'm
slip out a little and
Yeah.
hit a few.
I'm like an
And
8.
I saw you at Top Golf, and it was a
Oh yeah,
blast.
it was so much fun. I mean, I'm like an 18. I suck.
18, are you?
Yeah, I know, but I mean, we did a little like thing with our teammates to go out and golf over the summer.
Good.
And we had like a couple of our guys are like Colin, our punter's like a 5, like John Young's like a 8, and then the rest of us are like 18 plus. So just a bunch of hacks out there, but